Yeah, man, won't you kick some of that, you know? You know how you do it, man. It's a trip, people don't even believe we're together right now. But tell your story, you know the one I like. I say it.
Yo, it's your boy Sullivan here with you with another Save the World update. This one's a huge one, guys. Let's talk about this. So this is the Season 8 patch, the hero rework we've all been waiting for. What does it mean for Save the World? What does it mean for you? Let's talk about this. So, I'll just leave you my opinion on it. I don't want to go into the whole build out. I know the first question you guys are going to have. What's the best loadout for X, Y, Z? You know, and whether it be farming or a certain hero. I've had people already ask me, like, what's the best loadout for Urban Assault? I want to ask you guys, you know, all the heroes have been reworked. We don't even know if that's the best hero to go with. But anyway, I'm going to try to work on a channel in my Discord and possibly a website to kind of outline some of the best builds per hero, as well as, you know, what cool combinations we can come up with as a community as well as myself. So if you got a cool combination, please come to my Twitch stream and drop into the Discord and shoot me your awesome build. Tell me why it's awesome. Let us roast it. Let us talk about it a little bit and pick it apart. Have a conversation without people getting offended about if it's good, if it's bad, and why. And if so, we can feature it on that guide that I'm talking about putting together. But anyway, let's hop into it for a little bit. So my opinion of this is simply this. I think what they're trying to do is simplify the game and bring it back to where it wants to be. I told you guys a long time ago that constructors build the base and protect it, right? I told you that the Outlanders get supplies, give them to the constructors so you can build, right? And build traps. I told you the soldiers take care of the big boys like the tanks and the mist monsters, and the ninjas take out the mobs, right? Well, I think that's still the case today. I think they're trying to force you into that role. So they force the constructors all to have bases as a trap. And then, so if you're picking a constructor for their ability or some other class for their ability, they have 3 abilities now, plus that base class thing. It's native. The Outlanders have keen eyes, and for those of you guys that are new to Save the World, that means you can see treasure chests through walls. They also have the anti-material punch. That actually was not listed, like I didn't see it in the patch notes, maybe I missed it, I don't know, but it wasn't clear to everybody. If you pull out your pickaxe and you use your alternate attack, you can still do that. So that's awesome, it's still there. It's gonna take a little bit to get used to. I keep doing the seismic punch and stuff, like I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm still trained in my old ways. I gotta adapt to the game. I gotta change. Be cool if we can get a dedicated key for that, but you know, that's on my wish list, you know. So then you have soldiers have this new perk called Stay Frosty. Basically, after kills or eliminations, you activate that, and that activates certain perks and damage buffs for you. Yeah, constructors have the base on a trap loadout. Outlanders have keen eyes and anti-material charge. And ninjas, of course, have double jump, you know. If there's anything else I'm forgetting with ninjas, let me know. But anyway, what they're doing now is they're making it so instead of having this really long hero card with all these cool, crazy perks, making each hero unique, they want us to pick a hero as a commander based on its main perk. Like, so it has like one main thing it does. So Mega Base, for example, right? My favorite hero in the game. He, you know, his base is go big or go home, right? It's all about size. So if you click on this guy, let me go ahead and shrink myself down a little bit so we can really dig into this. So, you know, he has, why is it doing this? There we go. There we go. So he has base connectivity, right? So he has the biggest base in the game now. It used to be him and power base. Now it's just him because they don't have this in their cards anymore. So if you want, you can add this to him. What's interesting is every single hero specializes in one thing, and they're the best at it. So if you make them your commander, they get the biggest, the best of that ability. Everything else you add your team with 5 extra slots is a reduced ability. It's like the diminished return of it. So, for example, if you add Mega Base to another constructor because you like their ability better, that's fine. But what you're going to end up with is 1 base connectivity tile. So a base of 5 tiles instead of the 4 default, or if you use Mega Base, 7. So if you want that biggest base, you have to go with Mega Base. But if you go with Mega Base, just know that everything you attach to it is going to be a little bit weakened. You know, the electric floors won't be as good as if you went with Machinist or the Ice Castle perk. Will slow your enemies down, but not as much, and it won't freeze them. You know, that kind of stuff. The base healing won't be as good, but it will still be there if you use Blitz and Base Kyle as a support versus the commander. Anyway, so check it out. This is a couple loadouts I worked out on to get you started, and I'll probably again be working on those on the website and posting those to you guys when I get that idea worked out. It's either going to be in Discord or a website. I'm guessing a website, because I think as much as I love Discord, I don't think it's going to be as organized as I would like for this purpose. I want you guys to be able to come in and go, farming, DPS, defense, that kind of stuff, right? And then I want a list of all the characters. I want to make it so you can click that hero and then have like proposed builds under it. So that's my goal. I don't know if and when and how I'll get that out to you guys. But make sure you stop by the stream and hop in the Discord if you want more info about that. And if I do get it, I'll probably put some links in the YouTube comments below or in the description. Anyway, I do stream on Twitch while I'm bringing it up. I'm a day 1 player, in case you guys are wondering. I'll show you guys real quick here. 581 days as of today, March the 1st, 2019. I'm a day 1 player. I pre-ordered the game. I played day 1, played every single day since. 581 days. So, anyway, one of the other cool things I talked about, I didn't talk about just yet, was you have your commander and then your team, these perks I was telling you guys about that all play together. And it's cool, you can mix and match, make sure it's supported, because some of these will have conditions like, say like Shadow Stance. Only ninjas can do that, only certain ninjas. But, well, actually, I don't know. Maybe they bumped it into all the ninjas. I don't know. I'll check it. Because everything's so new. Anybody that tells you they got everything figured out, they're full of shit. This just dropped the other day, like yesterday. So we're all still trying to figure it out and get the information out to you. Anybody that says, hey, I have the best build, like, chances are somebody might come up with something better. And new heroes come out every day. So this is going to be a changing thing, right? You might have the best build, and then some new hero comes out and changes everything. So we'll see how it goes, guys. Also, the Mythic Leads, they have a special team perk. So let's dive into team perks a little bit. I'm using the Supercharged Traps because I feel like that's the best for a constructor. They do have some other cool stuff, though, like a constructor can benefit from recycling. But let's be honest, I mean, this is like crazy. Now that you can write your own hero card, that's the exciting part about this, is instead of having a hero card, you can make your own. So you could have like a 7x7 tile base that has electric floors and trap buffs like Machinist small base used to do. You can do what you want, but you can only pick 5 perks. So there's going to be pros and cons to everything. When you're building these things, you want to go either all in on one ability, or you want to mix and match and be a balanced hero. But you want to make everything complement each other. So anyway, you got Supercharged Traps, you got Biosource Energy. So here you got to have 3 or more stars per hero, and you get 0.25% of energy lost as shield. Shake It Off decreases duration of the elemental status by 50%, so that's cool. If you get hit and you're like slowed down, or your stamina and like prevent you from doing abilities, or you're burning, like this kind of kicks it off a little bit. Hunter's Instinct. So at night you get damage and melee life leech. Stacks 40 times. Slow your roll. I love this. This is great for melee heroes, right? So it looks like every time somebody touches you, a melee attacker, they get frozen for 2 whole seconds. That's crazy. That's like 2 seconds of like stun plus slowing for Mist Monsters. You need to have 3 heroes that are 3-star or above, but that's huge. If you're using like a ninja or like a like Steel Wool Sid or something, if you have melee in mind, hardware or whatever type, that's definitely worth looking at. Preemptive Strike for each hero, epic or higher rarity with at least 4 stars, increased damage by 6.5%. So the highest you can get is 5 times that. So you could do like a good 30-some plus damage. Pretty cool. Underdog heals you for depending on how many husks are around you. So this is another good one. If you're going to be in the middle of all these husks, you can kind of get health back. That's pretty good. It's almost like a life leech. It doesn't require an attack. Some type of vampiric ability for your hero. Phase Blaster. Every 5 seconds, your next shot will fire a phase balls, right? So basically, every 5 seconds, your pistol is going to do more damage, right? This is great for any type of pistol hero. A lot of Outlanders could probably benefit from this. But again, you can mix and match now. So you might want to build a pistol soldier. I don't know, pistol ninja, jumping all around, blasting, flying in the sky, and shooting pistol stuff. It's up to you. You got to mess around with this stuff. Get creative, mess around. Worst case scenario, it sucks. You do a mission, you get some rewards, you change it up, you try again. Recycling, as we talked about, so this requires a base, right? So this, of course, is a constructor type deal. It also requires 2 constructors, but you know how this works from before. Get your materials back from the base. The thing about recycling is it's just not as good as it used to be, because before, there's like a certain hero that had this. If you have supercharged traps for a constructor, as soon as you drop the base, it instantly works, and it works for all the traps all the time. Recycling is a slowly generating thing. It's good for the long haul. If you're going to do a super long mission, this might be beneficial. But it's hard to say that's going to be better than the buff traps. So if you're in a situation where the resources are very thin, there's not a lot to farm, this could be beneficial. But you have to keep the base down for a long time and keep checking it for it to pay off. It's over the long haul. If you're doing a quick mission, it's not going to be worth it. Hot swap. You got weapon eliminations, increased weapon damage. So this could be used for like soldier, outlander, any type of damage, or any class really. 1-2 punch, hero with 2 or more stars. Your heavy attack after using an ability costs 20% less energy. So that's cool. You can kind of alternate your heavy attack with some type of ability. And this is for each hero, so you could have 5 times 20, 100% energy reduction. I'm not too big on those right-click attacks, but that's kind of huge. Like, can you do this after using an ability, right? So if you were using this ability, this 1-2 punch, and you had the Spectral Blade, for example, you could like phase shift, right-click, or I guess alternate attack with the blade, right? The blade gives you like a shift. We'll call it a blade shift. So phase shift, blade shift, phase shift, blade shift. So you could like all the way across the map, right? That's pretty sick. You just got to get creative in how you use these abilities. Doom base, right? So blast steel wool music, increasing damage by 12%. So these are all basically, some of these are like perks that you can only get by having some of these mythic heroes. You want to get all the mythics that show up in the shop. This sounds pretty cool. I often joked about having something cool like this back in the day. It's actually a thing now, a base that blasts music, like, that does damage. I'm excited about it. I don't know if I'll try it though, because again, supercharged traps is badass, but it's pretty cool. And then you have these things here, anti-material charge range by 1 tile. If you guys want to recreate that striker AC, that's probably your thing. Mantis Leap, additional jumps, requires Ninja as your commander. So you basically need Ninja, but you can do quad jumps, then that's crazy. Cool customer, again, Stay Frosty, it's going to be a soldier. So some of these are class specific perks. For some reason you can't use them, that's why they have the icon next to them. Check these things out. I'm not going to go over all of them. If you got questions, seriously, come out to the stream or ask in the YouTube comments below. The stream's going to be the best way though, guys. I'm on 8 p.m. Eastern Standard pretty much every night on Twitch. And I go over these things with you. I answer questions real time and explain stuff in depth. So if there's something you didn't get from this video, that's where you're going to get it. I'm also on Discord 24/7. And lastly, I also have a support a creator code. It's all one word, Solar Bang, like up top there, SOLARBANG. So if you think this video is helpful, or I've helped you out on a mission on stream, or you jump in Discord and you love the community I've set up, or you're using the website that I'm going to throw together pretty soon, probably, and support your boy Solar Bang. Help brother out, okay? Anyway, let me go over some of the loadouts that I've created, and then I'll leave you guys be, because I don't want this video to run on too long. I just want to show you what it's about, what my thoughts and opinions are on it. I wish we had more loadouts too, like 3 to 5 per class, or maybe even just 10 total. Because I want more than one Outlander build, more than one Constructor build, and more than one Ninja build. I main those 3 classes. I don't play Soldier a lot, but even then it could be good to have more than one. But I'm glad we finally have loadouts. But now that it's more complicated, and you have to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things, it'd be nice if we could have more than 5. Just feedback if you're watching Epic. This is the build I made for Steel Bull Sid. I actually let me go back over Mega Base's build. So I have a 7 base tile with supercharged traps, slowing and snaring. Keep in mind the electric floors. I don't know if they still cause affliction, but if they do, that's affliction and snaring. Lofty architecture, so you got more health on the buildings and on the walls. Healing for the heroes and defenders. That's huge. Fully contained, reflection damage, and electric floors. So this is all stuff to consider, guys. So basically, it's a huge base with like electrified floor damage, healing for the heroes, extra strong walls, and reflection damage and slowing and snared. Like, it's pretty crazy, right? That's pretty op, I'm not gonna lie. I've also considered just using Frozen Castle as my main perk, because that would actually add on the freezing. If they touch the wall, they freeze. So you definitely got to play around with this stuff. It's cool. Alright, so this guy, I'm not convinced that this is the best build for this. I was kind of messing around with it, but I put that slow your roll thing, so if he gets touched, they get frozen, so you can keep on swinging. Put hardware crit rating to help with those critical hits. May or may not be needed. I think his ability is actually based off of knockback now, instead of crit rating, so I could be wrong. I gotta check that. Corrosive Strikes, melee critical hits apply, snare, and afflictions. I put these 2 together, so I get more crit hits, which means more affliction and snare, and deals extra damage. Actuated attacks, more hardware damage. If I'm using this guy, I'm going to use hardware. I want that extra damage. Assassination stacks, dealing melee weapon damage grants 1 stack up to 5 stacks. It says melee, doesn't say blade damage, so it actually works. I've seen it. I'm using it, and he does get the little spiral on his arm. And then I have Dragon Days, so if they touch me and my shield breaks, they all get stunned, knocked back. Pretty cool perk. That's that. Alright, so if anybody used pistols before, you've definitely came across this hero, Ranger Deadeye. This is huge because he's got crazy pistol perks, pistol damage. Right up front, you get a 50% damage buff to pistols. That's huge. Then I get every 5 seconds 47 base damage of energy added to my shots with the Phase Blaster. 6 shooter, I get increased pistol damage by 20%, impact by 25%. So more damage plus knockback for the first 6 shots. A lot of pistols got 6 shots or less. The ones that don't, it's still good. The first 6 shots, you just reload occasionally. Phase cannon. Using phase shift causes your next round to do like pulse damage. So basically, you know, you phase shift, you shoot, phase shift, you shoot. You're doing even more damage, right? These are all damage perks over and over and over. It's crazy. Make it count. Increases pistol critical damage, right? So if you get a critical hit, it's going to do even more damage. That's crazy. An extra 75% stacked right on top. That's crazy. And I got some legacy pistols with some pretty high crit chance. Blaze of Glory. Phase shift increases pistol damage by 35% for 4 seconds. So that's extra pistol damage for 4 seconds after phase shift. So those two things right there, like Phase Cannon and Blaze of Glory, you're talking massive pistol damage upgrades just by phase shifting and shooting. So that's a thing right there. Locked and Reloaded. I think there's another team ability too, where you can get like something after you use an ability. So I don't know, and as a regular ability, it's not a big deal. Locked and Loaded. After reloading, increase weapon damage by 15%. So if you have a low mag pistol, you're going to be reloading all the time. That's extra damage, right? So if you have like a Bald Eagle, a Tiny Instrument of Death, a Zap Zap, any of those pistols, like you're constantly going to be doing ridiculous damage. Great hero, awesome. He got some other abilities. I would invest in his pistol damage instead, though, just to stack that as high as you can get it. That's my opinion. That's my build. Check it out. Keep in mind, some of the heroes I don't even have yet, because I have them. I have all the heroes in the game, but I have so much stuff that they're locked. My inventory is over full. So, next up, Sword Master Ken. I was using that perk where you get hit and they freeze when I first built this, because I overlooked the Endless Shadow. I didn't realize it stacked up to 5 times. I thought it was just 4 seconds. So thanks to Timmy Law for pointing that out. Timmy Law 77, he's on YouTube, and he's actually got a supporter creator code too. Check him out. Timmy Law 77. Anyway, let me just point this out to you guys. During Shadow Stance, he does 75% more damage. You want to stay in Shadow Stance as much as possible. Get that first kill to get it going. Keep in mind that Ninja Stars and Slashes and other abilities no longer trigger the Shadow Stance. You got to get in there with your blade, make it happen. But this is crazy. 75% damage right out the gate, right? And then we're going to capitalize on that. So this Endless Shadow makes it so he can get up to 20 extra seconds of Shadow Stance. Like, that's crazy. So you can go a super long time without getting the next kill. That anybody that's ever played Swordmaster Ken, people talk shit about him, but he's good. But you have to keep the kills going, to keep the Shadow Stance going, to make sure that you're doing it. Like, everything kind of ramps up, your assassination stacks and all that. Now he doesn't have that anymore, but I gave it back to him. So he is really, really good. But you need that Shadow Stance, and this ensures you're going to keep it. Then you have your assassination, right? So you can stack damage. Every time you get a kill, your melee attack damage gets stronger, up to 5 times. And you're already doing 75% extra damage. It's crazy. Corrosive Strikes. Melee critical hits apply 30% snare and affliction. So, and then it deals 37% of damage dealt for 3 seconds. So that's crazy. And that's also going to make these husks vulnerable to either snare or affliction weapons, right? So you and your team are going to be able to mop those things up that you're hitting. Corrupted Aura. During Shadow Stance, deals 6 base damage to nearby enemies. So even the ones you're not attacking near you are going to be getting attacked. Very cool. I don't know if there's a better ability, but I'm equipping that for right now, trying it out. And again, there's different builds. Try this stuff out. I don't want to say this is the best build. I think, again, if you look up Timmy Law, I think he's actually swapped out like the Dragon Days I have for Fleet. So he can get around a little faster and really mop it up. And his damage shows that he's doing ridiculous damage. It might be the better way to go. I like having Dragon Days, so if I get beat up too much, my shield pops, gives me some breather room. It's a wake-up call, like, hey, you're halfway dead, do something. Anatomy lesson. Increases critical rating of swords, axes, and scythes. Now, of course, we want the sword, but it includes all three. So, increasing that critical rating of swords, axes, and scythes. So that means we're more likely to get critical hits, which means more damage and more likely to land these Corrosive Strikes. So that's crazy. He's a monster. If you haven't tried this guy, you need to do it. Like, now is your time to level this guy up and try it. He is a straight animal now. Alright. And next up, last but not least, this is a Warcry build I did. I did a Warcry build, I did a Shockwave build, and I was gonna try a Commando build, but I didn't have Sergeant Winter unlocked. He was still locked, just because I had too much stuff, unfortunately. So I gotta clear my inventory so I can build with that. I'm not huge on this. I don't want to say copy this. If you don't have these heroes leveled up, don't do it because of me, because honestly, I don't know that this build is any good. I tried it, I wasn't super impressed. But Warcry is a team-based ability. You want to have a team that's going to work with you, that's going to get the most of it. I didn't have that. I was playing with a bunch of twine gatekeepers, I like to call, people that don't know how to play the game, but they made it to twine because it's so easy now. And you know, I had a constructor who didn't drop his base, a soldier that wasn't like doing much damage at all or any kind of fighting, wasn't using his abilities, and literally they built metal pyramids to go up against these high-level nature husks. So I basically carried those dudes, but it's whatevs. So what are the pros and cons of this? How do I feel about it? I like it because it makes people focus on the role, and you can build your own hero card. What do I don't like? I wish we had more loadouts. I miss some of the perks my heroes had that made them unique. But I get it, because now you can write your own ticket. But now when you see somebody in the field, you don't know, hey, you know, before I knew this is what this guy does. Now you don't know what he's built like. You can't see his loadout to have an idea what perks he's running, how he's going to play, what that hero is going to be doing. You don't know. You have a general idea, but you don't really. They could be a sniper, right? So there's that problem. And it's going to take a little bit of a learning curve to get used to these new controls, like the anti-material punch and all that. Trying to figure out how to recreate our heroes or make better ones, which is again why I wish we had more loadouts for experimentation. Because when you get a good loadout, all you can do is take a screenshot, you know, take some notes, but you can't really keep them. If we had unlimited loadouts, we could do that. We could make a loadout for every single hero in the game. It'd be awesome. So anyway. I do think this is good in terms of shaking the game up, making it more interesting, making it awesome, making people learn the roles and respect the characters. I do think it's going to lead to us seeing a lot of the same characters, though. I think a lot of heroes now, with their specialization, are not going to be used at all. I don't think some people are going to be like, ooh, I really need hardware attack efficiency, so that's going to be my main commander. I don't think you're going to see some of those heroes in the battlefield anymore. And that's sad. But anyway, I think it's great. I think once everybody figures it out and we figure out all these cool loadouts, you're going to see a lot more people liking this. But right now, they're kind of some people who are resistant to change are not going to like it. The other thing I want to point out is a lot of heroes have crit rating buffs, and they no longer have those. This was definitely another way to pull the crit rating out of the game even further. Like ever since back in the day, they tried to nerf crit rating. They didn't realize they put out so much crit rating with the legacy weapons. So they tried to make us, you know, like they tried to nerf the crit rating. We all rioted, talked about refunding our games. They rolled them back. They introduced the combobulator, right? Then they did the heroes and the hero. I don't want to say rework, but they did the crit rating change, and the heroes were included in that. and the Combobulator furthered that. And now this is probably the newest iteration, where the heroes, you build their perks. The perk cards are gone now. Instead of having like a whole bunch of stuff, they literally have 1 or 2 things, right? So like Steel Wool Sid, right? He doesn't have like that crit rating going on there anymore. So literally you're losing some of those buffs, and they can't be replaced. You don't have all the perks you had before you could have put in. So I don't know. In a way, we're getting a buff. We're getting stronger. In a way, we're also losing, where we don't have some of the unique perks we had anymore, even though we can combo things that we never could combo before. So it's good and it's bad, but that's the shake of it. So it's a new meta. Get used to it. Check it out. Experiment. Have fun, guys. That's all I got for you. Again, I'm going to have plenty of builds and loadouts, and I will be there to answer questions for you guys. But I just wanted to give my general thoughts and what I think they're trying to do, my take on it, whether they're trying to do it that way or not, how I think it's going to play out, and how cool it is, and the drawbacks of it. So anyway, this is Season 8 patch updates, in my opinion. Again, if you have any questions, please check out my stream on twitch.tv/solarbang, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. And if you want, we got an awesome community, 500 plus strong. They're helping each other out. Mission carries, helping with loadout and weapon builds and farming. We do it all, and we also do cool talks. We share food pictures, pet pictures. We actually do give prizes too, both in-game and out-of-game. So like in-game we have like weapons and whatnot, and traps, and sometimes materials. And outside of game we actually have really cool stuff like 3D printed doom hammers, or bobcats, right? Or actual heroes like Ragnarok. So it's a lot of fun, whether you're just there to get help on a mission, to get a carry, to get free prizes like 3D printed stuff. I will tell you, we switched to a point system. I used to do giveaways every mission, and we scaled back. If you guys want that, there's other streamers doing that. I want to make sure I get more content for you guys, where I cover stuff like this and missions. So everybody's getting points all the time, so that everybody's winning at the same time, and you can redeem them for what you want. Whether you want to play VR with me, whether you want to have me do a dance for you, whether you want a llama, or whether or not you want to. I got my own llamas, by the way. Or if you just want to do a crafting session, or you want one of these 3D printed prizes. So anyway, come on out to the stream, check it out, and thanks so much, guys. Sorry this video is so long. If you got questions, hit me up. Alright, your boy Solarbang is out.